Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Today, we're diving deep into the 4th episode of Squid Game Season 2. We know you've all been waiting for this moment, and now it's finally here. We're going to break down the key events, hidden details, and of course, the major twists that you might have missed. So, let's get into it. Episode 4 of Squid Game Season 2 begins grimly, with the workers carting the coffins of the deceased over for the organ harvesting and, subsequently, the incinerator. Meanwhile, all the players enjoy the food and drink given out, except for Jihan. He knows he's back in these games again properly, and he may not be so lucky this time. Well, with 001 playing the mole, he approaches Jihan and asks for his help. Jihan brings up the games played before, with the next one obviously Dalgona. Jihan promises to tell everybody what he knows if this game is picked. But of course Inho is going to disrupt this. Jihan doesn't even realize that he's talking to the front man, and the pair trade ideologies about the games and the morality of pressing the X or the O to continue or stop the games. Alongside Jihan, there's Kong Daho, who used to be in the Marines. Funnily enough, so was Yungbei too, and the pair have a little comedic moment together, upping the stakes. Young Sik's mum has helped a number of women given birth in the past, and she knows that one of the women, Junhee, is actually pregnant. We saw her earlier in the show leave her meeting with a doctor after getting nowhere with her deadbeat partner. Meanwhile, Phonos and Nomgyu continue to give Myungji grief after losing their fortune. Inho breaks this up though, easily dispatching both kids and rallying the people to his side. In the middle of the night, Inho and Jihan talk. Inho brings up his story around how his wife is sick and the tragic spiral that ensued from there. Inho claims the games are his last chance, and while he understands what the money represents, he's desperate for it all the same in order to help his wife and their child. Whether this story has any semblance of truth, or if it's a way to sway Jihan's conviction, is up for debate. Meanwhile, the organ harvesters are struggling to get parts from the dead bodies. A lot of them have been deemed as unsalvageable because, for some reason, they've been shot numerous times. It would appear the workers also have a loose cannon, and they suspect it's Noyul, given she defected from North Korea, and there's hostility toward her from the other soldiers. That night, Noyul is brought to the masked officer, at least that's what the subtitles call him. He brings up how they've known each other for about 7 years, and he's unclear why she's defying him now. Noyul obviously has her own agenda and keeps her cards close to her chest, and despite wanting to find her kid, she doesn't give anything up. Meanwhile, Junho returns to the Seoul station and futilely asks for help. Of course, they need evidence, so he gets nowhere, and tries to find an alternate route to get help. Back at the games, Junhee speaks to Myungji, who happens to be the father of her child. It seems everybody is more connected than we thought, and he's pretty shocked that she's going to keep her child. Their conversation is cut short though, as the second game begins. This time though, it's not Dalgona. Instead, this is a team game, and Jihan is joined with Inho, Daho and Yungbei. They need one more person and somehow find another ex-marine, and Junhee. Six-legged pentathlon is the game, and with their legs tied together, each member takes turns playing a mini-game at every 10-meter mark. If you win, the team can move on to the next. There are 10 mini-games in total, and after choosing which ones they'll play, the games start. Those who go first are studied by others, trying to work out which games take longer and the best strategies to take. In the midst of this, they notice that one of the soldiers are actually actively shooting those in the coffins. In the midst of this, after the first set of people die, the games look set to continue, and the different leaders rally their respective teams up as best they can. So there you have it, guys, a quick breakdown of Squid Game Season 2. Episode 4, the stage is set, and it looks like things are about to get even more intense. Let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below.